Oh, Vero Beach! You are listening to the Vero Insider with your hostess with the mostest, Anna Valencia. And I have for you a special treat. It's going to be a whole show of just me and Kitty Wagner, Blue Star Wine Bar. Whoop, whoop!
Good Lord, what are we going to talk about?
Oh, well, there is so much to talk about.
Actually, there's a lot going on.
I know, and it's amazing the way that conversations can just evolve when you have 3 bottles of wine sitting in front of you. It's sort of brilliant.
It's kind of conducive to conversation, isn't it?
The one and only thing that's a motivator, it's going to start right there.
And other things.
Yeah, that's so true. Yes, exactly. Very true. There's so many things that is involved in good conversation. Like, for example, knowing what you're talking about, which is what we're doing in the Vero Insider. We're telling people about where to go, what to try, and how to give back in Indian River. And one of the best places to go, always hands down, is Blue Star Wine Bar, because you have live music and constant fun every night.
Well,
Minus
it is a party.
It always is. Always is a good time. And but something that you do different than some of the other wine bars, or what I've noticed the most, is that you have very unique varietals, if you will. You really encourage people to explore different wines.
Yeah, I'm always adding interesting things. I've been adding a lot of Albareños, some Torrontes, stuff like that, some Sicilian wines. But I've got some really cool little things that have come in lately that are interesting.
I agree. As a matter of fact, you have like dedicated pages now. Just one wine list just for your whites, one just for your reds. I mean, so that's grown tremendously.
I know Danielle's ready to shoot me. She's like, stop buying wines. I don't have room for them on the sheet. I'm like, well, print another sheet.
Exactly.
Keep going.
We love Danielle. She's the pretty curly-haired lady at the bar when you walk in. Just say, Danielle, what's up?
Oh, she is so much fun to work with. She is ridiculous.
She really is a blast.
Yeah.
So then let's get started. We're going to start with some Italy in our glass.
I know. This is really cool. It's called a Kernner, and that's actually the name of the grape, which is a very... Nobody knows what a Kernner is.
It's new to me.
I know.
I feel enlightened.
They don't use it to blend. It's a single grape. It's one of the oldest grapes in the world. It was grown extensively in Italy, and then production fell down in the last, say, 100 years. And so there's only 2 or 3 producers making a straight Kernner, which is kind of interesting.
That is very
very
interesting.
northern Italian area, and I have this really nice Kernner that is bottled by Basia di Novacella from Alto Adige in Italy. But the cool thing about it is the flavors in a Kernner. I don't understand why it fell out of favor, but it seems to have. There's in actuality, I looked this up, and there's less than 300 acres under cultivation.
Worldwide?
Worldwide of Kernner. Yeah, there's only 3 producers that are growing Kernner right now.
That is kind of sad, because as I'm tasting this right now, not only is its color very light, I mean, this has to be the lightest shade of gold that I've ever seen.
It's not quite as pale as a Pinot Grigio, but it's very, very pale.
Valid, yeah, but based on its nose, its aroma, you would think it would be a darker color, just because it smells so bold.
Exactly, and when you look at your glass, when you swirl it around, you can clearly see there's some viscosity.
Yes.
There. It's definitely a medium to fuller-bodied wine. It's got some nice floral. It's got some nice minerality, is what you had kind of pulled out.
Yeah, it is very mineral. But its bottle shape is unique, too, because this is something that's...
It's a Riesling bottle shape.
I was going to say, yeah.
Exactly, the tall, skinny one.
Mm-hmm. But I like it. It fits well in my hand.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just
it's
keep
really
pouring.
Nice. It's got some really, really like ripe roasted pear and maybe a little roasted pineapple. It's kind of really an interesting little wine.
And this is a 2010 vintage exclusively at Blue Star, which is very fun.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to find it anywhere else. I think I'm the only one who, I go through these catalogs.
Adventurous enough.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to buy it, and if nobody likes it, I'll drink it.
What a tough gig. I mean, really, if all else fails, I'll take care of it myself.
I'll poach pears in it and make dessert.
Oh, yum. Now we're thinking outside the box.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, so we were talking a little bit before we got live on the air, and we were saying what's going on for this upcoming weekend. I can't believe it, but February is like a thing of the past.
Yeah,
and
bye-bye February.
Whoa, dang. And so now here we come with March.
2 months into the year.
Already.
It's only 10 months till you have to buy me something for Christmas. I'm so excited.
I know. Oh, I'll buy you presents throughout the year just because I love you.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, so no, so March 1st is Wiley Nash.
Wiley Nash Band, yep. Lily will be out front singing, belting out those great tunes.
Dig
with
her.
Smoking hot, velvety, great bluesy voice.
Oh, it's so hot.
She can lay down some Joe Cocker and Eric Clapton. She's amazing.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I tell you, she channels some Janis Joplin, but really, at some point throughout her set, I don't even think that she's opening her eyes. She's so involved in just the singing and the movement, and her whole band is there. Like, they are just one interesting, complete package, and everyone else that's dancing is like much the same way.
Oh yeah. It becomes very organic. Everyone's on the same vibe. It's cool.
It's beyond cool. Hey, let's talk about what you got going on your menu, because this past week we just had some guests come from Girard Equipment.
Right.
So those of you that are familiar with the fact, I get to be the marketing director for Girard Equipment, great manufacturer here in town. We produced the Heedy Award, helping equip today's youth. We always hear about them on the show. And he brought in a gentleman from South Africa.
Tim did, yeah.
He did, Tim Girard. So they come in and they have this.
By the way, your boss is
lunch.
a very stylish dresser.
Isn't he cool?
Yeah.
I know.
I was like, dang, he's got some style going on there.
He is. He's very trendy.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
No, he's not too trendy, but he's got some good. He looks good.
Mm-hmm. It's just the right amount of trend, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But he's doing a lot of traveling, so he's picking up all these tips from around the globe.
That's what's cool.
That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, he brought in this gentleman from South Africa.
Back to what we were talking about.
Right. Although we love getting sidetracked by Tim's wardrobe, it's just something that's valid. It's completely valid, yes. So anyhow, he brings in this gentleman from South Africa who is blown away by Blue Star. They go in for lunch. They come out. Not only are they pleasantly happy with their meal and just the right amount of full, but Eugene got to pair his lunch course with wine, and he thought it was the most brilliant thing. And he says, more Americans need to do this more often. And I thought it was a philosophy to live by.
It is. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in Europe, and, it's fun because people go out to lunch and they have a glass of wine with lunch. It's like, oh, well, what goes better with food? Not enough to sit there and get smashed at lunch and then go back to work, but there's nothing wrong with a nice glass of wine with your tuna noodle casserole or salad.
That's right. Well, he had the turkey sandwich, which is unbelievable.
It is.
Got apples on it, and just
smoked Gouda, pesto prosciutto, turkey.
And it smells perfect. Grilled, exactly. So it's all melted, just the right amount. And so he paired it with your Albarino. And he was in love.
Yeah, I'll bet. That probably was a really nice combination.
Mm-hmm. With the apple essence of the Albarino and the apple on the sandwich.
Exactly.
It was
a little smokiness of that Gouda with the minerality in that Albarino.
So here I am, marketing director, sitting there when they get back, 3 computer screens going, and they can't stop raving about Blue Star. And they're like, why didn't you come? Why didn't you come? I'm like, well, kids, some of us got to get the work done. No, I'm just kidding. No, truly, but how delightful is that? So that's from like a continent away, and they're so super impressed.
Well, I was impressed because he had wine with lunch. I was like, that guy knows how to live.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know it.
So smart. So this past weekend, you had the birthday bash, if you will, for Steve.
For Steve of Fish and Chips, and also everyone knows him as the front guy for St. John's Wood, because St. John's Wood is Fish and Chips is St. John's Wood without the drummer and the bass player. No,
okay.
Not the bass player. Someone else. I don't know.
They become a 2-man show.
Yeah, you have a duo or you have 4.
Okay.
Oh gosh, the place was hopping. Yeah, they were putting it down because Stephen and Bob of Fish and Chips and St. John's Wood have been playing with, for me for, I don't know, 8 years maybe.
Oh, they've been with you throughout your venues?
Oh, yeah, from Undertow. I always have them play on my birthday on New Year's Eve because they're just such a fun
headliners.
band.
They're so fun. They are. And everyone knows the songs. You can't help but sing along. And
exactly.
It's just a good time.
That's what's fun.
Right. It's like a mini piano bar right here in Vero.
I heard there was a rumor that somebody got up on the bar and danced, but I'm not quite sure.
That's what I heard. I heard I was going to see some pictures soon. Right on the street.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Can't wait to see them.
We'll have to see. If anybody has pictures, they should post them to our Facebook.
Yeah, you should. Because I can't wait to get my hands on those. As a matter of fact, Victoria just posted some good ones.
Oh, good.
It was pretty awesome. But they're coming back again this Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's like non-stop good times at Blue Star.
Wiley Nash, Fish and Chips.
Back to back. I mean, some of my 2 favorite bands.
Hello.
All in one weekend.
And you know what's really cool that you don't even know is this Wednesday, I have a new band that's going to play on Wednesday. It's a reggae band, and this woman is from Jamaica. She's older. She's like in her 60s, and she is amazing. And she's coming in with a four-piece, and they're going to be laying down some real island reggae on Wednesday.
Nice little
Yeah.
steel pan action.
Absolutely, yep.
So that's tonight at what time?
That's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday they're going to start playing about 8:30ish and play till 11:30, 12.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a whole new vibe for Blue Star.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, I've never really had a reggae band in here. That would be a bunch of fun. We need to do a reggae fest this summer where we have like 1 or 2 days in the afternoon, like a Saturday, Sunday, and a big pig cookout and reggae.
Oh, I think so. And some random dreadlocks. I think I could rock out some dreadlocks for a few days.
Trucks.
Hello. Some Jamaican patties. Sign me up.
Oh, yeah.
Sign me up. Hey, so what do you got in this second one?
Okay, next
I want
one
to try
is, actually, the second one is going to be Isabel Mondavi. It's a Kernner Chardonnay, and what's cool about this is, obviously, everybody knows Mondavi. Mondavi sold his estate and all of his wineries, wine products, to Constellation Brands for bajillions of dollars in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And the result of that was he did that kind of soon before he passed away. So the family got the legacy of the cash. Constellation got the name. And now the kids have their own projects. So Isabel has owned this little vineyard in Sonoma in Carneros.
Right.
And she's making this Chardonnay, and it's really good.
It's a very pretty label.
It's a beautiful label, and it's really good juice.
Well, sometimes you just get these skills, and they're just embedded within you. It's like in your blood. I mean, it's true.
Yeah, because actually,
you can't deny your roots.
She's, 5th generation winemaker, so...
That's a lot of time to get it right, folks.
That's a lot of traveling around the world, visiting wineries and meeting people and just knowing the business in and out.
Research and development.
We love research and development.
Oh, the aroma on this is substantial.
It is beautiful.
Now, that is entirely different from Italy, where we just were.
Mm-hmm.
And you can almost smell the butter on the forefront, but you can tell it's going to be a lighter, subdued content.
She spent a lot of time in France, and this reminds me of a great Corton Charlemagne. It has, it's just big, and it's full-bodied, but it's not...
overwhelming.
It's not overwhelming. It's not any direction. It's got really nice acidity on the finish. But, boy, that's a substantial Chardonnay. And I like that sometimes.
More than impressed. Me too.
Yeah.
It's perfect for the right pairing. Hey, so everybody, don't go anywhere. We got some stuff to talk about when we get back in the second half, folks.